There we go. Okay, so we are recording. So let's go ahead and everybody, let's get on our mats. And we're going to go ahead and lie down with our knees bent. Okay. So the first thing I want you to do, just so that you can get an idea of the difference, is I want you just to take a moment and roll the pelvis, because the exercises that we're going to do for the transverse abdominus actually require something slightly different. So just very gently, making sure that you're not aggravating anything. I want you to just very gently create the arch in your spine by tipping the bottom of your pelvis down. So the sits bones are gently rolling down. And then once you do that, I want you to very gently, very slowly ease out of that. And you may need to fidget a little bit. And just very gently, ever so slightly, now we're going to shift the sits bones so that they're tipping up, okay? And then very gently, ever so slightly, I want you to see if you can feel this lower lumbar area, the lumbar area, grounding into the mat without tipping the pelvis up. So it needs to be a neutral pelvis. And as we do the breath work and the exercises, the pelvis needs to stay neutral, and you need to feel that lumbar in between the sacrum and your rib cage, that you're going to feel some gentle engagement as you do that. So get connected to what that feels like, that neutral pelvis, because that's what we're going to work to keep today. So just go ahead and take a few cycles of breath and experience that without working on changing your breath, and just kind of notice how that feels to not be tipping the sits bones into the ground or not be tipping the sits bones up into the air. They're just parallel to your mat. Okay, so that the pelvis is parallel. You may need to fidget a little bit just to make sure that everything connects in and you can feel that. So the next part, when you're ready, is I want you to place your hands on the low belly. And, excuse me, what you're going to do is take a slow, steady inhale through the nose, so fill the low belly. And as you exhale, you're going to activate through the low belly. And at the end of the exhale, I want you to not only squeeze in towards the spine, but also, if you can, pull up just a little bit with that belly, keeping everything grounded and the spine neutral. So let that relax. And just let the breath go for a moment and come back into the neutral position. So this may take a little bit of adjustment to not tip the sits bones up, okay? Just because for a lot of yoga poses, we want that sits bones to be tipped up. And here's Miss Risa joining us too. Good morning, Risa. Okay, so here we go again. So let's do this again so that hands are on the low belly. So take a slow, steady inhale. So big diaphragmatic breath. And then as you exhale, not only are you going to feel the lower abdominal muscles activate as you draw them in towards the spine, I also want you to feel those abdominal muscles, those deep abdominal muscles, draw up. So it almost feels like coming all the way down from here, you're pushing that diaphragm up, but you're going to feel this through the belly. And again, making sure that that pelvis stays neutral and let it relax. If it's difficult for you to feel, you can also add breath. So you can take a full or you can add sound. So you can take a full diaphragmatic breath. on the inhale. And then as you get ready to exhale, I want you to make an S sound. And notice that as you make the S sound, it automatically helps you draw in through that low belly and also draw a little bit up towards the rib cage, and then gently release. So you're going to do another cycle, 2 more cycles of breath. I'm going to be quiet. I'll just cue. So when you're ready, slow, steady inhale, hands on the low belly. Find your way through your exhale. When you're ready, again, inhale. Exhale. And then let the breath relax. So as you can see, this takes a little bit more effort than just our regular pranayama. And it's because we're being very mindful and very focused about how our breathing is affecting our bodies. So the next part is to add an arm engagement as you do this, okay? So what I want you to do is let your arms come down by the sides, making sure if you are still feeling like your pelvis wants to tip and move while you breathe, then please don't use your arms. Just keep it belly right, hands on the belly, and everybody connected and happy. So when you're ready, slow, steady inhale, use that diaphragmatic breath. And as you exhale, bring the left arm up. And then change, still exhaling. And then with the inhale, bring both arms down. And then when you're ready again, so your arm movement's going to be on the exhale, and I want you to stay stable and engage through that low back. So when you're ready, slow, steady inhale. Exhale. Left arm comes up first. And as you continue to exhale, drawing up and in, change to the right arm up. And then as you move into the inhale, let both arms come down. Pause, let everything relax. Now we're going to do this twice, and we're going to let the right arm lead. So again, when you're ready, strong, steady inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, starting with the right arm. Change. Inhale, bring the left arm down. And just notice that if, as you make movement, your spine wants to rock. So all we're doing is we're really focusing on that area in the lumbar and letting that stay as connected as possible and really focusing on that exhale by strongly drawing in and then gently drawing up. So one more time, leading with the right arm. When you're ready, slow, steady inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring the left arm down. Now we're going to go ahead and move this into legs. So go ahead and bring the legs up. Knees are bent again. Before we do any movement at all, just holding the legs up here, Let your hands come back to the belly so that you can feel how, by lifting the legs, this changes the engagement. So when you're ready, slow, steady inhale through the low belly. As you exhale, feel that low belly draw in and up. Notice that it may be a little bit more challenging with the legs up. Let it relax. We're going to begin with the left leg. So when you're ready, slow, steady inhale. You're only going to move one leg. So the exhale is going to be the entire movement of the left leg. Exhale. Slowly bringing it down without changing through the back. Inhale, bringing it back up. Pause. Breathe without trying to engage. Next inhale. On the exhale, right leg. Drawing up and in. Not moving through the pelvis or the low back. Inhale. Let that right leg come up. Gently, slowly lower both legs down. Take a moment and let the spine relax. So rather than trying to keep that lumbar spine completely on the mat, just take a moment and let the arch come back. Let everything soften. Come back to just a very gentle diaphragmatic breath before we do the final piece. And now when you're ready, gently reground into the spine. If you need to lift your hips a little bit, that's fine. Just make sure that you're not tucking your tailbone up, okay? Allow that to stay neutral. So we're going to go back to the micro movements that we've been practicing. So this time, as you exhale, I want you to actually let the spine arch. So when you're ready, slow, steady inhale. Feel that spine begin to arc. Gentle squeeze of the glutes if you need to. Exhale. Let that arc relax. You may need to take an entire second breath to really let that spine come all the way back down and unwind. Back to a transverse abdominal breath, yep. So as you're ready, big inhale coming through the low belly. Exhale, just like we did at the beginning. Gently draw that breath in, feel it caress and come all the way back to the spine, and then feel it draw up to the rib cage. Let that relax. Again, keeping the neutral spine. Now, when you're ready, we're going to move to bring the top of the left hip up towards the left rib cage. So as you inhale, squeeze through that left side, making sure that you're stopping as soon as you feel any pressure. And as you do this, see if you can keep that lower lumbar spine grounded. Don't let it arc. Gently, slowly on the exhale, let it release. And as you allow it to release, draw in with that low belly. Press the low belly to the spine, and then gently draw up, lifting back towards the rib cage. And that's all with soft tissue. Spine stays long. Give yourself a rest and just take a gentle diaphragmatic breath as that left hip continues to release and relax and move back into place. We're going to finish with the right side. So when you're ready, strong, slow inhale. Feel that right side seating as you're working, keeping that lumbar spine grounded. Stopping as soon as you feel any discomfort or sensation. And then exhale again, using that low belly to caress the back of the spine. And then gently draw up towards the rib cage. Another gentle breath. Letting everything relax, feeling the pelvis move all the way incrementally, slowly, slowly, back to neutral. One last transverse abdominal breath. So deep inhale. Exhale. Use that low belly. Draw it in. Keeping that lumbar spine engaged, gently drawing up without tipping the pelvis. And let it relax. Let your arms come by your sides for a moment and just let your breathing soften. Let your spine once again move with the breath. And take a moment with these few cycles of breath to notice if you feel any difference. You might, any kind of different sensations coming from your back. Notice if you feel an itching. Does it feel warm? Does it feel like it worked, that it engaged? Just giving your body that opportunity to relax and absorb what we've done. Beautiful, you guys. Okay, from here, let's bring our hands to our heart. While we're on our backs, we're going to go ahead and sing. I just learned very recently that singing is actually more cognitive activity for your brain than speaking is. So we're going to sing the sound of ah, sing the sound of o, and sing the sound of mm. On that 4 silent breath, please set your intent for your practice today, making it what you most need and most desire. So when you're ready, slow, steady inhale. And then when you're ready, gently, slowly release, relax. Okay, from here, hopefully you have a block that is within arm's reach. I want you to go ahead and take the block facing so that it's long ways. Let the bottoms of your palms cup around the base and the fingertips lightly come along the sides. Thumbs come to the face. You can also gently wrap those pinky fingers around. So we're going to use our breath to move the block. I want you to pay very close attention to the sensations that are coming from your shoulders. Please don't ask too much. Only take it as far as your body says yes. So when you're ready, slow, steady inhale. Fill your body, and as you exhale, gently work to bring the block up over your head. And again, you're being very mindful of what the shoulders are telling you, not overextending. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale and pause. This time as you inhale, I want you to get ready to move over towards the right. So we're going to just twist the upper body towards the right. So deep inhale. Feel the body expand. And then as you exhale, squeeze into that trunk as you gently twist yourself over to the right. Inhale, expand, bring that movement back up. Exhale, contract, twist yourself over to the left. Inhale, back up. This time you're going to go ahead and work to bring the block in between your legs. Exhale. And this might just be something that you imagine. Inhale, bring it back up. And finally, exhale, bring the block up and over your head. Inhale, bring it back up. Again, exhale. Twist over to the right. Inhale, bring it back up. Space of expansion. Exhale, twist over to the left. Space of contraction. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, gently bring the block towards in between your legs. Inhale, bring it back up and let it release. Gently move the block away. Take a moment now and see how that feels through the pelvis, through the trunk. Did you do a little too much? So again, coming back to the micro movements, gently inhale. Pull and shorten those low back muscles so that you're creating an arc. Exhale. Let it relax. Another deep inhale. This time ground through the lumbar spine. Take it back to a transverse abdominus breath. Exhale, draw in. And at the end, pull the muscle up without tipping the pelvis. Relax. Draw the knees into the chest. This time you're going to allow your pelvis to come up, following the legs. Give yourself that really deep, beautiful squeeze. And then gently roll yourself onto your side and come up. Okay, we're going to do from here, we're going to go ahead and do some standing poses. So please make sure, you guys, that you have your chairs available. Ankles, knees, put blankets underneath to make sure that you are not overflexing those ankles. And please only do as much as your body says yes to. I'm going to go ahead and change our video screen. There we go. Okay. All right, so I've got my chair here just in case I need it. I don't know that I'm going to need it just yet, but I've got it just in case. Those of you that standing postures are not your favorite because your ankles and your knees are not real happy, please make sure that you put a blanket down. Let me move this to the side so that everybody can see, so that the heels of your feet are higher than your toes. Okay. And socks. All right. So here we go, you guys. We're just going to start super easy, super gentle. One moment, please. Okay. Just trying to make sure that y'all can see my hands up above me. Okay, here we go. So when you're ready, let's find mountain pose first. So take a moment and play with how wide do your feet need to be today in order to feel stable. So is it something where they need to be slightly wider than hip width? Can you bring them in? What we're looking for is I want you to feel balanced between the inner and outer part of your foot and the front and back. Okay, so that you are a nice square. Feet are balanced and happy. When you're ready, take a slow, steady inhale. Big breath of joy. Exhale, let that energy come all the way back down into the heart. And again, slow, steady inhale. Exhale. And then one more time, slow, steady inhale. And this time I want you to exhale, sweep your arms all the way back out. And this first piece, I want you to bring your arms behind you. And as long as it's comfortable, take your hands to your elbows. If that's too much, take your hands to your wrists. Okay. So all we're doing is we're just being very gentle here. Again, I'm going to go ahead and turn around and face behind. I want you to take these inner edges of the shoulder blades, and I want you to see if you can squeeze those inner edges together. And just notice how this feels through the rest of the body. If this is too much, then make the movement smaller. Exhale, release the arms and roll the shoulders. Again, deep, slow inhale. Exhale, and again, as the arms come out, gently bring them behind. And again, take hands to the wrists. You can go ahead and interlace fingers like you would if you were singing, or you can take your hands to your elbows. One more time, slow, steady inhale. And as you exhale, gently squeeze those inner edges of the shoulder blades together. And then gently, slowly release. Unwind and roll the shoulders out. Okay. Now, for this next part, if you need the chair, we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of baby forward fold. So, if you're using your chair, you're going to have it spaced about 3 feet away. Okay. When you're ready, big inhale. Exhale, sweep those arms away. I want you to bend as much as you need to into the knees, hinging through the hips, and let the hands just come to the top of the chair. Take a moment and check in, make sure that your feet feel okay, that the ankles feel okay. With your hands on your chair, only if your body says yes, do I want you to begin to come up onto the balls of the feet. One slow, steady length of breath here, as long as that is not too much. And then with the exhale, gently lower the heels. Bring the arms back out. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Exhale, let the hands come down to the heart. And I need to have you just check in and make sure that that feels okay. And again, deep inhale up, exhale, bend into the knees, sweep the arms out like an airplane, and then bring them through so that again, you're facing forward. Gentle movements. I want you to rock through your feet a little bit. This time you're going to pedal push. So the left heel comes up while the right heel comes up as the left heel is down. And then change. Left heel up, right foot down, and then just a gentle pedal push. So you're just going to alternate and notice how that feels. Respread the toes, making sure that ankles are happy, hips are happy, knees are happy. If nothing is happy, then please don't do this, okay? You're gonna make however small the movements need to be. And if it's too much for you to bend to the seat, bend to the back. That's fine, okay? Just do what feels best for you, you guys. All right, here we go. From here, you're gonna take this left hand. I'm waving at you with the left hand. You're gonna go ahead and bring it underneath. So now I'm waving at you like this, and we're gonna just do a very gentle twist. You can take this hand right around the outside of the right thigh. Your first step is going to be simply to work to tip that left shoulder down towards the floor. Breathe. Nice, beautiful, you guys. Very nicely done. And then gently, slowly, with your breath, unwind. Take a moment, as long as your body says yes, come on to the balls of both feet. Breathe. Exhale, gently, slowly bring those heels down. Again, I'm waving at you with my left hand. This time, you have a choice. You can either come through and hold on to the thigh, or you can come down a little bit more and grab the outside of the calf. And again, breathe. You're working on squeezing through that left side, tipping that left shoulder down. You have a lot of activation coming through that left side. Your hips may shift a little bit over to the right. That's fine. Breathe. And then gently, slowly release. Unwind. Woo, yay. Slow, steady breath. Come back up onto the balls of the feet. And then gently lower. Come onto the heels. Let the toes lift. Spread wide. And when you're ready, squeeze through those glutes. Inhale, sweep it all the way back up. Palms touch. Exhale, bring it down to the heart. Take a moment. Pause and feel the body. Okay, we're going to go ahead and now work on the right side. So when you're ready, take a deep inhale. Exhale, bend into the knees. Let those arms sweep out just like an airplane, then have them come through. Touch the chair. I'm now waving to you with my right hand. Bring that right hand under, wrap it around the thigh. This first step is to simply feel that right shoulder move down towards the floor and begin to contract through that right side of the trunk. Breathe. Beautiful, very nice. Oh, y'all look great today. Gently, slowly release. Unwind. Okay. Now I want you to get a little sassy with your hips. The feet are going to stay, but now I want you to shift into that left hip, pushing it out to the left, shift into the right hip, push that out to the right. So we're just kind of opening out into our hips, a little bit of sassiness for our morning. Oh, and then you can go ahead and take this up into your back. So not only are you now pushing into left hip, but now you're also pushing a little bit into left shoulder. And then coming to the other side, pushing to right hip, right shoulder. And then one more time, left hip, left shoulder. Notice what your trunk is doing as you're doing this. Right hip, right shoulder. Oh, yummy. Okay, come back to neutral, do a little swish, and back to the right hand. Everybody seeing my right hand? Second set, you're either going to repeat this up here at the middle of the thigh, or you're going to bring the arm down around the calf, based on what your body says it wants to do today. Now, we're going to deepen this a little bit if you're around the calf. So not only is the shoulder pointing down, I want you to engage through this right side. Breathe. Feel that right side contract to create space for the left side. Breathe. And then very gently, very slowly unwind that right side. Release that right hand. Press down strongly through the feet. Engage through the glutes. And let's inhale, press it all the way back up. Exhale, bring it down. Okay. Let's do a little bit of a full body roll, really checking in with the trunk. How are we feeling? Okay, rolling into the shoulders. Good. We doing okay? Yes, body's feeling good? All right. Now, we're going to take what we just did and we're going to go ahead and add a little bit to it. So again, if this you think is going to be too much for your body, use your chair. So that means that you're going to repeat what we just did. If your body says, no, I think I got a little bit more, you're going to take your block. Okay. Here we go. So we've got our blocks. I want you to bring them up over your head. Everybody got that? Take a moment while you're here and find your feet. Okay, do a little hip swish. Get nice and loose. Okay, when you're ready, exhale, bend into the knees, squeeze through those glutes and gently, slowly bring yourself down. You're going to use your block however high you need to so that you do not overextend through the back. Okay, all I'm demonstrating are the different heights that you can use. You've got lots of bend going in those knees. Breathe. While you're here, if your body feels that it has the balance, come back up onto the balls of the feet. Oh, try playing with that. Exhale, let the heels sink back down. Take your hands, wrapping them back around the block, squeeze into the glutes and gently, slowly bring yourself all the way back up. If it feels doable, oh, gentle back bend, squeeze into those glutes, lift the heart. And when you're ready, exhale, bend into the knees, gently squeezing into the glutes. This time, I want you to gently, slowly come down over towards the left. Oh, again. Finding, only going as far as is comfortable. Again, take whatever length through your block feels best. Once you're here, if your body says, yes, I got this, you're going to release your right hand. You're going to take your hand all the way around the ankle now. Breathe. Gently, slowly moving into this twist, squeezing into the left side and expanding through the right. Gently, slowly release. Let that right hand come back to the block. You're going to go ahead, holding on to the block. Inhale, bring yourself up, untwist. Breathe, gentle back bend if your body allows. Squeeze through those glutes, lift the heart. And when you're ready, we're now going to exhale, moving over, twisting gently to the right. Shifting the hips to the left, bend into the knees. Know that you've got two sides, so one side might be a little tighter than the other, a little bit more grumpy. Love it. Honor it. Breathe here. If your body says yes, waving at you with my left hand, you're going to go ahead and clasp the hand around the right ankle. Breathe. Squeeze now into the left side. Or excuse me, open into the left side, squeeze into the right. My bad. Can you tell that this side is a little tighter for me? Ha, ha, ha. Slow, steady breath. Gently, slowly release. So release that left hand, hold on to the block. Inhale, bring it up all the way, sweep it, big sweep up. Lift those hands over the heart. Exhale, bring the block down. You're going to go ahead and take the block back to the seat of the chair. From here, now you're going to face your chair, but here's what I want you to do. I want you to open your feet. Now, if you have ankle issues, let me show you. If you have ankle issues, you are only going to go as far as your heels staying on the edges of your blanket and your toes gently facing out a little bit. There you go. Beautiful. Nicely done. Okay. From here, let your hands come to your hips. So you can have your feet as wide as the chair. You can have your feet wider than the chair. This is really up to you and what your body is telling you is okay. Feet can either be toes straight ahead, slightly pigeon-toed, or heels out. Or excuse me, toes out. When you're ready, exhale. I want you to hinge. You're looking at that block, and you are going to allow your head to rest on the block. So the very top of the forehead, hands can come to the chair. Breathe. You may need to adjust yourself a little bit. Okay, as you do this, if your body says, but wait, I want to go deeper, you're going to slide the block. You may need to walk your feet back just a hair. Slide the block off, turn it onto its highest point. You've got your knees bent as you need. And you can bring your head down just a little bit more to rest on the block here. And breathe. Slow, steady breath. So it really doesn't matter where you are. What I want you to do is make sure that wherever you are, there's no pressure through the ankles, there's no pressure through the knees, and your body is happy. Okay? So from here, if your body says, but wait, I still want to do a little bit more, what you're going to do is let your hands come out, again, starting with the right hand. Notice I'm waving at you with the right hand. Bring it over to the left ankle or left calf. Breathe. Now, right hand can either come and hang out on the thigh, or you can inhale and lengthen that left arm up. Beautiful. Very nicely done. Gently, slowly release. Bring the hands back down. Head comes back to the block. Let your body rest. When you're ready, waving now with the left hand, you're going to go ahead, take your ankle with the left hand. When you're ready, if your body says yes, lengthen into that right arm. Breathe. Slow, steady breath. Let it release. Hands come back to the block. We're going to work our way very gently, very slowly out. So if you're all the way down here with your head on the block, I want you to squeeze through the glutes. Bring the block back to the seat of the chair. If you need to walk your feet up and in a little bit, please do so. Take your head back to the block. Just rest it here for a moment. Let everything very gently, very slowly come back. From here, gently lengthen and bring yourself up. Oh, yummy. Hands to the hips. Release the hands. Sweep the arms all the way out and up. Big full breath of joy. Palms touch. Exhale. Bring the hands back down to the heart. Breathe. Observe how your body's feeling. Adjust your feet so that once again, they are soft and comfortable. If you want to just check in with your feet, while you're here with your eyes closed, you can play with your balance and gently begin to lift into the balls of the feet. So, sorry, lift the heels so that the balls of the feet are grounded. And just notice what your body does. And let it come back down. And just play with this. So it may be that you come up a little bit and go back down. Eyes are still closed, so we're just playing here. Your body's going to shimmy shake a lot because it's trying to rediscover just through the proprioception of the feet without your eyes where you are in space. So I'm only coming up about an inch as my body is working its way back down to the nerve endings and the proprioceptors in my feet. And then gently release. Shimmy shake, let the arms come down and let your body just do a shake. How are we feeling, you guys? Feel okay? Yes? Good. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit more now into hips, but we're going to do this from our knees. So those of you that have grumpy knees, please make sure that you pad well. Lots of padding. You're going to go ahead. If you are at all worried about balance, just keep your chair over to the side. So we're starting right here. You can either start with your toes curled under or tops of the feet down, whatever is best. Okay. Again, gentle reminder, if you need it, padding underneath the knees. Give yourself, we want gentleness for our knees. We want our knees to love us, right? They've gotten us this far. We'd like them to be happy. Yes, that's exactly it. Okay. All right, you guys. So from here, I'm going to do this just so that I can experience what it feels like with the extra padding. You're going to start with your hands to your hips. If you need to, you've got your chair right here for some extra support. So what I want you to do is shift your body weight over to the right and then gently step the left foot through. There you go. Good. Beautiful. Nicely done. Use. Nice. Lovely. Look at you go. All right. So guess what? You are now 100% there. Okay. Only if your body says, I want a little bit more. So basically it's like, if you feel like you're at your edge right here, stay here. Because we're still going to do something with our arms. Yes, I'm making lots of weird arm movements, but that's to let you know that we're going to do something with our arms. So this can stay right here and be just fine. If your body says yes, then you're going to take your pelvis and your trunk and gently let them hinge forward just a little bit. Yum. Take a moment and squeeze a little bit into that right glute. Just waking things up. There you go. Beautiful. Very nicely done. Okay. No matter where you are, if you're back here or if you're forward, just try. See how it feels to try. Lifting your foot just like 1 inch and then bring it back down. So what we're doing is we're changing our balance just a little bit. So again, no matter where you are, see if you can lift your foot 1 inch, bring it back down. One more time. Lift 1 inch, bring it back down. Beautiful. Very nicely done. Okay, so we've been twisting to contract. Now we're going to twist to open. So no matter where you are, I want you to take this left hand, bring it across the top of the left thigh. You're going to inhale, and I want you to open. So notice that my left hand automatically wants to go in. That's fine. Can wrap right along that right side and breathe. Long, slow breath. Now, as we're here, I want you to take that right shoulder blade, inner edge, and I want you to squeeze it down towards the center of the back. So towards the spine. Gently release. Sweep that right arm down. As long as your body says yes, now I want you to take that right arm, bring it to the back of the hamstring. Inhale, bring that left arm up. moving this into a reverse warrior. So remember, you can do this from right here, or you can do this from right here. It's just simply dependent on what your body's telling you it wants to do today. Gently, slowly release. Hands come back to the hips. Gently pull that torso and hip back. You may need your chair. Keep your fingers on your chair and gently step that left foot back. There we go, good. Okay, we need a break. So here's what I want you to do. Slide your hands down the fronts of the legs and gently come out. Depending on what your body needs, you're either going to keep your hips high and you can bend into the elbows and bring yourself down, or you can spread wide and take puppy pose, or you can draw your hips back towards your heels and take child's pose. So it really is dependent on what your body is telling you it needs. There's lots of options. And they all work. That's the really cool thing about the yoga, is that it all works. Slow, steady breath. Let everything relax, let everything release. From here, come back into a gentle tabletop. And then ever so gently bring yourself back up. Beautiful, good, nicely done. Okay. All right, you guys. So now you're going to shift into the left leg. So shift the body weight, squeeze into that left glute a little bit more. And when you're ready, hands on hips, step that right leg forward. Use your chair. There you go, beautiful, very nicely done. So please remember, just the act of doing this, you are officially here, okay? Upright, 100%. Only if your body says yes, okay? Then you're gonna go ahead and allow the torso and the trunk to shift forward. As you do that, I want you to squeeze into this left glute a little bit. And when I suggest that, is to make sure that you're keeping, it helps keep the hips parallel, and it helps keep the muscle engaged so that you're not sinking into your joints. Breathe here. Hand, here we go. Right hand on top of right thigh. Sweep that left arm out and up. Notice that the right hand likes to wrap around, and that's fine. Breathe, beautiful, very nicely done. Breathe, notice if you have a difference in sensation on this side versus the other side. And while we're here, I want you to find that inner edge of the left shoulder blade. Gently draw it in towards the middle of the back. And then gently let it relax, release. And slowly bring it down. Okay, facing forward. We're going to take a moment, and just like we did on the other side, take a moment to see if you can lift the foot off 1 inch. Bring it back down. And again, lift the foot 1 inch. Bring it back down. Last time. Lift 1 inch. Bring it back down. Okay. Left hand comes around and rests on the back of the hamstring. Inhale, right arm up. Reverse the warrior. Breathe. One more set of breath. And gently, slowly release. Hands come back to the hips. Shift that pelvis back. When you're ready, gently bring that left foot back. There you go. Lovely. Nicely done, y'all. Good. And again, take whatever variation feels best. You can just simply come down onto the forearms and let your body rest this way. If you'd like to do more, you can spread your arms, come down onto the crown of your head. And if you'd like to do more, you can bring your hips back towards your heels. Breathe and soften. Very nicely done, everybody. Very nicely done. And then very gently, very slowly, walk the hands back. And we're going to come back onto our backs. Go team, full circle today. So let's remove our blankies. I do want you to grab your strap. So grab a strap. You may need to move your chair out of the way because we are going to do reclining hand to toe pose. All right. However, before we start reclining hand to toe pose, let's check in with our back and our transverse abdominus. So take a moment with the knees bent. Take a moment to kind of fidget, make sure that you are grounded and that your pelvis is in neutral. So we're not tipping the tailbone up, nor are we sinking the tailbone to the floor. Everything gets to be parallel. Hands come across the low belly. Take a moment just to find your body, find your breath. When you're ready, let's do a transverse abdominus strengthening breath. So slow, steady inhale. As you exhale, release, draw that low belly in, and then up. And of course, you're making sure that the pelvis is staying completely neutral. There's no tipping towards the floor. There's no tipping up towards the ceiling. We're just working on strengthening the back and let it relax. Let everything soften. Breathe. Okay, you guys, from here, let's go ahead and take the strap. We're going to place it around the ball of the right foot. Okay. The left knee is welcome to stay bent, or you can extend through that left leg by flexing into the left foot. You're holding onto your right. So you're holding onto the strap with the right arm. Your left hand is lightly on top of the front of your pelvis. This is to make sure that you don't overextend. When you're ready, on the exhale, gently open that right leg out toward the side, just like you would to open a book. Again, you're only going to go as far as you can while still keeping the pelvis in neutral. This really has nothing to do with how deep you go. This is about finding the opening in your body. When you're ready, slow, steady inhale. And use these adductor muscles to pull that leg all the way back up. So you're not using your hand. You're using your leg and engaging through your core to help your leg do the work. So we're going to do that one more time. When you're ready, slow, steady inhale. Left hand is on top of the hip. Gently open that right leg out like a book. This time, to make sure that you're using your core, I want you to take a slow, steady inhale. Exhale as you draw in through the core. Now engage through the legs. And notice if it was easier to bring the leg up. Engaging the core first, then the leg. Okay, now I'm waving at you with my left hand. You're going to go ahead, change sides. Let that left hand hold on to the strap. Your right hand can come out into T formation. This first part is about your IT band, this lateral side of your thigh. So keeping the hips as grounded into the mat as possible. I want you just to begin to bring that right leg over towards the left. As soon as you start to feel sensation through that right glute and along the outer edge of that right leg, stop, breathe. See if you can find some unwinding and some relaxation as you breathe. And now from here, if your body says yes, you can take this all the way over. So now you're going to start to lift that right hip. Gently, slowly bringing that right leg over. Breathe. And see how deeply you can breathe into that right side of the body. Excuse me. And now from here, now I want you to squeeze through the glute to bring that right leg all the way back up. Bend into the knee to release the strap. And then I want you to interlace either behind the knee or just below the knee, still flexing into that left leg, gently draw. Into Pavana Mukhatasana, wind removing pose. So we're gently releasing along the ascending colon. From here, you can either hold on to the ankle and the foot, or you can take that right hand and bring it into half blissful baby. As you're here, I want you to squeeze into that right glute and gently press that right foot into the hand. See if you can isolate into that right glute and not squeeze the left. And then gently, slowly release that leg. Come all the way back down, as long as your body says yes. And just see if you notice a difference between the right side and the left side. And then when you're ready, you can bend back into both knees. Take a moment, reset the pelvis, and then gently bring that left leg up and wrap the strap around the ball of the left foot. Okay. If your body says yes, you can now lengthen into that right leg, gently flexing into that right foot. Breathe. And when you're ready, gently lengthen that left leg out towards the left. Again, your right hand is on top of the hips. You're making sure that you're not rocking over to the side. I want you to stay as even between the two halves of your body as possible. Breathe. And when you're ready, here we go. I want you to squeeze into those left adductor muscles and draw the body back up. Draw the leg back up. Pause. Okay, we're going to do this again. When you're ready, as you exhale, gently open that left leg out to the left. This time I want you to use your breath. Slow, steady inhale. Now, big engagement through the transverse abdominals. Draw up and in. So in towards the spine, up towards the rib cage. Activate through those adductor muscles. Pull that leg back up. Beautiful, good. From here, right hand wraps the strap. Left arm comes out, T formation. Remember, we're going to go for the IT band and the glute minimus and medius. So exhale, working to keep both hips grounded towards the mat. Gently draw that left leg towards the right. And as soon as you start to get sensation, possibly through the glutes, top the hamstring, along the lateral side, those are all great places. You could feel it in the low back. Stop. Breathe. Let your body soften here. One more deep, long inhale, exhale. And then when you're ready, you're going to let this left hip lift, and you can take it into a twist if your body says yes. Now squeeze through the glute and gently draw that leg all the way back up. Gently bend into the knee, release the strap. You're going to interlace fingers on this left side, either behind the knee or just below. Second side of Pavana Muktasana. Now massaging the descending colon. Breathe. Again, making sure that everything is square. And then when you're ready, gently, slowly, you can take hands to ankle and draw the knee out as the ankle comes in, or you can wrap the hand across the sole of the foot, moving into blissful baby on this side. If your body says yes and would like to do more, squeeze into that left glute. Just the left. Then gently relax, release, and release the leg. And let this left side ground next to the right. Let your arms come down by your side. And just take a moment to absorb everything that we've done. Notice how you feel. Take a moment to notice how your lumbar back feels. Notice if you are still gripping through the glutes, and I want you to see if you can let them completely relax as well. And then from here, you can walk the knees back in, take whatever props you need for your final relaxation, and gently move into your final savasana. Letting everything go, letting everything get soft. Slow, steady inhale, slow, steady exhale. Really use this time to absorb everything that we've done. Unwind and relax. Gently, slowly, begin to find your way back. Start by moving fingers and toes, hands and feet, and allow your body to make gentle movements, coming back into connection. Then allow that connection to move through the arms, through the legs, back into the center of the body. Taking a full deep inhale through the nose, full deep exhale through the nose. Just letting everything release. If your body says yes, use your breath to bring your arms up over your head and stretch, fingertips to toes, bones to skin. And then when you're ready, gently bring both legs up to give yourself a gentle hug. Abdominus, energy freeing pose. And then gently roll onto your side. When you're ready, press yourself up into a seated position with your eyes still closed, your breath soft, and hands to your heart. Y'all, thank you so very much for making time for yourselves and for your practice. I honor the divine in you that is the divine in me, that is the divine in all of us. Namaste, and may the blessings be.